No amount of promises that I've made to this group would make me break the first promise I made to my parents. I do feel bad, though. No, not that bad.
Hey guys, today we're talking The Trust. It's the finale.
Yeah, I'm back, baby.
And Billy is back. He's alive.
I'm so glad you're healthy and you are back.
Yeah, I wish I could say I was on a cruise or something, but I wasn't. I was freaking locked up with damn bronchitis and wasted a crap ton of vacation.
But I am glad that the pressure is off of me because it was tough without you.
So Billy, give us your quick thoughts up to this point since we haven't heard from
Most of these people are assholes. Like the women are all
right
the women are all assholes. Like damn, I was so glad to see Mama J go. Couldn't stand that woman. Freaking the only woman who wasn't an asshole got knocked out in the freaking second. Simone, she got knocked out early.
Yep.
The other chicks are all conniving assholes. Like even as the show's progressed, I was glad to see Winnie go. I wanted to see Tolu go, and especially after all this, I guarantee those guys are wishing they saw Tolu go. But I mean, the kid, what was his name? The freaking the millionaire Bryce. Bryce is cool, but I thought he was I thought he was cool at first, but then I thought he was very uppity, like the way he was talking about like his money and like
uppity.
Uppity. Yeah, is that another word for pompous?
We use pompous.
Same thing. There you go.
Same.
Yeah, he's very pompous, and trying to make it sound like he was a self-made man. Yeah, no, you weren't, dude. Your mommy was a millionaire, freaking realtor, had a company, and she brought you in on it. So no, dude, your mommy helped you make your money, brother. But
is there something wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with it at all. But don't come there claiming like I did it all myself when you know damn well you didn't. But hey, God, good on him if he freaking was born into a family like that and he was able to learn from his mother, learn from the master, then good on him.
What about Lindsey?
Dude, Lindsey dug her own grave. That chick was an idiot. Like her title kept saying like success coach or some shit, and I'm like, I don't know who the hell is hiring you to be a success coach. You can't even save yourself. I was like, the shit she complained about and then like out loud all the time. This she was so annoying, dude. Every time she was in front of the camera by herself, she was so loud and annoying. I just hated hearing her voice. Every time she's
you got Billy on rapid fire over here. What else can we get out of him?
She was bad, and just the way she totally threw herself under the bus at the end, just like going off on everybody. I'm like, you're toast. You're not coming out of this, alive. And thank God, freaking what's his name, freaking Gaspare, booted her because she needed to go.
Speaking of which, Gaspare ain't fessing up to it. What do we think about that? He's keeping it close hold.
Like,
yeah. Oh, and what was the reasoning? And they're like, oh, they voted for each other and they canceled each other out.
That made sense.
But yeah,
it made sense because they didn't
like, well,
know
someone voted.
They didn't know what votes didn't count.
Right.
So they're like, if they voted for each other, that means Lindsey's vote must not have counted. So therefore,
yeah, I get it. But was it still at the point where some people's votes didn't count? I thought we were already past that.
No, I think that was.
I thought we were past that. I'm almost positive we were past that. I thought it was the vote before.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Right,
yeah. So their reasoning when they were saying that, I was like, what the hell you guys talking about, man?
Maybe now you got me confused.
They didn't really discuss it very long.
But everybody bought the.
She's got it.
And everybody bought the bullshit. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, cool. So
drinks, guys.
They were like, well, it was somebody, and she kind of deserved it. So next.
Yeah.
So and Julie. She's got a chip on her shoulder and she's got to get it out. She's got to get their inner thoughts out because she feels bad about the lying to Brian and everybody else.
I do like that she pulled Brian aside first and told him privately first because they were in that moment together. So
yeah. When you earlier you were saying how much she's growing. I'm like, yeah, she's grown herself right into 15 extra grand. That's what she grew into. But yeah,
that was part of the growing process.
She did fess up there.
That was smart though.
Good on her. Well, no, because you saw how when Bryce fessed up about his freaking shit, right? So he was out, boom, gone. So I was like, didn't know if that was a good idea, but she had Jake's protection, and I think the guy was like, whatever.
See, here's the thing, though. Now the only people left are really good people. If you had the regular house still here, that'd probably rub someone wrong, and they'd want her gone.
True.
And some people just look for a reason. These guys don't really look for a reason.
Well, the three dudes have done nothing to get themselves any extra money, well, except freaking Brian, and he did it because really he was like, look, I don't want anybody else to get screwed if this is a bad thing, so I'll take it, and it just worked out for him, right?
Right.
So the three dudes have been very honest.
The offer was worded that time.
Yeah. So the three dudes have been very honest. None of them taking money purposely except Brian for that reason, and so they were almost too kind-hearted throughout the whole process, right? So
yeah, but Julie, like I said, she really has grown, and I think that guilt really was getting to her.
I think it was. Yeah, no doubt about it.
you know, she would have walked away with $15,000 if they booted her for that anyway.
You know what's funny?
You knew.
I fucking knew. I was like, when she's ready.
So now she tells the group, and Tolu's like, I knew that from the jump.
No, you didn't.
Do you believe
Yeah, no, I didn't believe it. Nope, I did not believe that
If
at all.
Tolu knew that from the jump, she would have probably used it against her.
You're damn right she would, especially when all that stuff was going down.
Right.
You know, between the girls.
Even if it was a speculation, she would have been putting that in people's ears.
Oh, yeah. In a heartbeat.
So now we got one more challenge. Everyone's going to the vault, one by one, and they're going to be presented with an offer.
But right before they go, they're all on the same page. No one's taking the offer.
Uh-huh.
Yep, kumbaya, hugging it out.
So
we're a family. No one's taking the offer.
Tolu is the first to go, and she reads the offer out loud. Essentially, you got to throw a number out there up to $25,000, and if you're the highest bidder, you get the money.
Yeah,
who would say anything less than 25 if you're going to say
here's
something?
Where that was stupid. Exactly. Nobody's going to say under 25.
25 or nothing. Why would you say 10?
Yeah. If you're going to do it, you're not going to like, oh, well, okay, well, let me see if I can just pick a number that maybe nobody will outbid. No, everybody's going for 25. Whoever's going to take
Now, what
that.
if multiple
No,
people
this is
said
stupid.
25,000?
I
I wanted to know
and then
that
maybe
too.
nobody wins. You know, maybe it's like, okay, we had several people pick 25, so it crosses everybody out. She didn't explain that, right? Brooke never said that. So.
Now, I'm waiting for them to make a big change. This, to me, is not big enough. 25,000 is
It
not
should have been like 50.
big enough because,
It
like,
should've
right
been
now
50.
they're at $268,000. Split 5 ways is 53,000. Minus 25,000, it's 48,000. That doesn't really change things.
It should have
that
been
much.
50K, man. Because if it had been 50, they'd still got like another 40 on top of that, and then you're talking almost $100,000 for yourself, right? Coming out of that.
And they're only taking away 5 from each person, which
exactly.
I mean, only 5. 5 is a lot, but not in the grand scheme of the game.
The only person this really, to me, makes sense to is Julie. Like, if she was afraid that she might get voted out, that's 25 plus 15. That puts you right there where you would have left off with anyway. So you're like, I could take this money. Now it doesn't even matter if I stick around or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would make sense if Julie was kind of like swayed by it. But Brian, Jake, Gaspare, Julie all said no.
No.
Tolu said, I'm taking it all.
But Tolu's like,
how much are you going to take? $25,000.
Like, I need the money, and my family came here poor.
Yeah.
It's loyalty to family. We keep saying that we're a family in this house, but I actually have a family that I need to be loyal to. And I don't like her reasoning.
No, I don't either. Especially when she just kept saying, yeah, I don't feel bad. Oh, maybe a little bit. You know what? Nope, don't feel bad. She was laughing about it and stuff. And they do, you're an asshole.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Julie earned money. Brian earned money. So what's wrong with her earning some money? And it's not even as much as what Brian got.
Number one,
that's true. And that's the weird thing, right? It's not even the biggest.
Right. Well, number one, she knew damn well she was on the chopping block. And these 4 people saved her and said, you know what? We're cool with you. We're not voting you out. So they kept her in on that money, and she knew they weren't going to vote her out at the end. She could sit there and say in front of the camera, "Oh, I think maybe I'll get voted out." I'm like, no, you know, you guys have already kumbaya. Y'all are all good.
She knew the guys were not going to do it. The only person that would possibly do it would be Julie. However, she could see at that secret reveal that she didn't vote Winnie out, and she had told Tolu she wouldn't vote her out in the reasoning. So, like, I would have reasoned myself out of, okay, I know she's not going to vote me out either. So, I don't know why.
She knew she was safe, man. She took that money just, because she's freaking greedy.
I think the show really mishandled this. I just don't think this was a great final offer.
No,
I don't think it created enough drama. I don't think it was enticing enough. Yeah, they lucked out that Tolu took it, but, like, she probably shouldn't have taken it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I don't really like how they did it either, where she takes the money. They don't even bother telling the group. They should at least told the group after that, like, someone took the money. I'm not going to tell you who, but someone took it.
Well,
because that creates, like, who did this?
Well, they did once she released how much money's left in the pot, right?
Everything was already decided by the time it was revealed.
Yeah,
no one could have done a single thing about it at that
Well,
rate.
I think that was done on purpose.
That was dumb. That was the worst thing about this show, because that creates zero drama. You can't change anything. If you tell the group, they're like, it was Tolu. We got to get rid of her. Some people be like, oh, I don't know. And then it forced Tolu to go into this protection mode. And she could put some shade on Julie at that point.
Yeah, she could just came out. Julie could, or Brooke could have came out and said, at least one person. She didn't have to say how many, just at least one person had accepted the offer. She could just come out and said that.
I don't know. I think the drama was their reactions realizing they've locked in their vote.
That's no drama. You can't change anything.
Well, then
It's the drama that you're seeing them go through.
Well, then Brian was just completely suckered by Tolu, man. He just bought in on her bullshit, was completely suckered by her.
And Tolu, has a smile on her face, and she's like, yeah, we all made the right decision, and hugging people, and acting like everything is good.
And then again, like he said in Little Diaries, she's like, I kind of feel bad. Nah, I don't feel bad.
I don't care about it. Whatever.
Yeah. So... I thought she was growing a little bit, but
until that happened. Yeah, once that happened to the dude, you're still freaking.
But I'm really proud of Julie. I think she's come a long way.
So everything's great. They're toasting, hugging, having a good time. Jake and Julie are kissing. Finally.
Finally.
Finally that we got shown anyway. They probably kissing before that.
No, I don't know.
They were sitting on each other's lap in front of the camera after like episode 4 or 5.
Yeah,
so,
but then he keeps talking about, he had talked about wanting to kiss or whatever, but then... Like, I don't know. They acted like that was their first kiss. So I don't know.
She'll probably told them to.
So everyone is handed envelopes, and they get to have some alone time to gather their thoughts, and then they're going to put whoever they want gone in the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to all reveal it at once.
Share. They could share.
That's right.
That's what this whole thing is about.
It's not about this.
Especially after what Tolu pulled, the only thing I thought who might get rid of somebody, I thought Tolu might get rid of Julie, and then I was like, or maybe she'll just get rid of Jake just to be.
I feel like the show kind of wants you to think they're trying to get rid of Julie, and she seems kind of nervous. And I wonder if they're coaching her and be like, pretend you're nervous up there or not.
Well, my thoughts on if Tolu's going to get rid of somebody, who would she get rid of? And to me, it was going to be between Jake and Julie. But she's sitting here the whole time giving the sob story how she's come from nothing, she doesn't have money, and she needs this, and Julie has a very similar come from nothing story. Like, to do that to her. Oh, yeah. And, she didn't like the fact that her voice was taken away at the beginning. I don't think she should have been able to do that to her. But she could have done it to Jake. Although Jake did nothing wrong in this whole time except for the sorting thing, which he was forced to do. Right.
Well, that's the thing that pissed me off about Tolu, too. She came on, like, just blazing, like, African everything. African dress. Her earrings are African. Every earring she wore in that show was either African or Black Girls Rock, like all of them. So she came in here blaring that, hey, I'm an strong African woman. Yeah, when Jake like said, hey, my African queens or whatever and all this, and then she like got all pissed off about it, right? And threw a fit about it. And she's like, I never said I was from Africa. And it's like, you're fucking wearing it. Like you're wearing Africa. Like you're completely dressed, you got the earrings, and that's all you wear. You don't wear anything other than your Africa garb. Period.
What's funny is that she said,
and then you talk about how freaking your family's from Africa and all this stuff. So it's like, come on, man.
And when she was talking to him about that, she said that she's like, I'm more than that. That's not just like me. Right. But in her initial interview, she said, it is my identity to my core. Yeah, so
exactly.
I'm like,
that's
you're
her
contradicting
total persona.
yourself there.
Exactly.
Well, Jake's not going to have a job as a sorting hat, but I think maybe Tolu might. Tolu might be the smartest person on the show because she walked away with, I think, the second highest amount. She didn't really care for these people all that much. They may have grown on her just because they're helping her earn money.
Yeah, she played them.
So she did everything perhaps right by her.
You know what?
She's not a good person.
No, she's not at all. But this is one of the few shows where you've seen the no kidding nice guy finish first, right? I mean, freaking Brian came out of there more money than anybody.
Brian is the big winner.
Yeah. But and you look at it from the very beginning, you had most of the men were all like very, very good and not conniving and trying to get people out, and the women were the conniving ones and everything. And you see who ended up at the end. So like it really does. I don't know. It's hard because, like, is the show about trying to get the most money? I mean, for the contestants, I guess it is. Or is it, like, trying to be the best person while also getting money?
Well, I'm sure the show is all
People
about...
can play however they want to play.
Well, I'm sure Netflix wants it to be all about drama.
It's really They'd probably get more ratings if it was drama. So
well, there's a reason that the people they chose were cast, right? I imagine they want the really good, nice people that they think won't vote anybody out because... It's drama when the cutthroat people cut them out, right. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on how this ended?
I was with you, and I thought 25K wasn't enough. It should have been at least 50.
They needed a bigger twist, and I would like to see them like go into the ball, and then now you unilaterally can vote someone off or do some kind of shell game of something. Yeah. And I feel like they should at least told them that someone did it, because then they could have tried to figure out who did it.
Yeah,
but it was.
I really thought that it would be you can take all the money for yourself and cut everybody out. That's what I felt like it should have been.
But if someone else does something, maybe that cancels it out. You got to do something
or
exciting.
Even, you know what
here.
Brooke could have even done? She could even just came in the room and said, all right, guys, you know, you were getting ready to vote. Remember, there's $243K at risk here. Or whatever, just said something like that, just to get said
That's
it. That's
essentially what she did say, though.
You know, afterward,
before they,
if she just said it before, not even hey, certain people have taken the money. Just say that, right?
I like that she did it after. Yeah. You guys are alone on this. I don't know what you guys think.
No,
but
you're alone.
Like.
We're together on this. You're alone.
Fair, fair. I'm alone on it. Yeah. I like that the twist was they couldn't do anything about it.
Overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. I just think they need bigger moments.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely better than freaking that Survive the Raft show that we watched, man.
Yeah.
You know, that we're expecting drama on that, and nothing really came of it. I was like, it was boring as hell. This show actually had some good drama. Had
I mean,
good choices.
I'm kind of surprised too because I was like happy with the offers, like how it put them at risk. But this last one, I was disappointed with it. You got to go big on this one. Yeah. You got to try and really entice these people, especially knowing that you got these three guys. Like, what's going to really entice these guys to have them go in there and present them with $25K? You know they're not going to take that.
No. And then the bidding thing was stupid too because if anybody's going to take it,
the bidding thing was a joke.
That was pretty dumb.
Like, if they're going to take it, they're going to take it all.
You could have just left it at bidding.
Right.
You could bid up to the entire.
That would have
jackpot.
been interesting
exactly.
if you went well above that.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna do bidding,
if you had bidding go to like 100,000 and then you reveal that, now you're gonna see some chaos.
I say you bid all. You can bid it all.
And then you guarantee people are gonna be getting voted out before the freaking end too. You know
that would have been way more interesting
if there was not a limit set on it, and if it was a bid at all. I bet you more people would have bid. Because maybe somebody
at that point I'd have been like, if we're gonna bid, then we're just all gonna bid all, and that way nobody's getting.
We can't talk to people.
So,
they didn't get to talk to each other after they saw the offer, so they didn't know.
Well, I guess that's true too. Yeah.
So.
That would have been interesting. I would have loved to have seen that, but we didn't get
next
that.
Season.
We didn't get that. So.
But again, if it's gonna be bid a certain amount, who the hell's not gonna say fine? I'll just take it all. If you're gonna take some of it, you might as well take it all, right?
Right.
So.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, that's the trust. We got Love is Blind coming up on Valentine's Day.
And then we got some Farmer Wants a Wife.
Farmer Wants a Wife's another show we'll dive into next week here.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. That is our take on the trust. At least, you finally get to hear my takes since I haven't gone the last 2 episodes. But overall, a good show. We enjoyed it. I hope they do better next season if they have another season, right? But please tell us what you guys thought about it. What'd you think about this ending here? That $25K, pretty lame, I think. But other than that, like I said, not bad. But hey, as always, we love doing this for you guys. Hit that like, subscribe, and we will check you guys in a week or 2.
See ya.
See ya later.